Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to do a right face into a column of 4 using Casey's. And one of the reasons it is difficult to understand it is because he kind of does spaghetti code. He starts out, it starts out in the school of company, and then it refers back to the school of the soldier, and then back to the school of the company, and it's kind of convoluted. But this is how Casey envisioned doing a right face into a column of 4s. The blues represent the sergeant. So this is the first sergeant, this is the second sergeant. Each poker chip represents one man. I've numbered them 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. The arrows show the direction. So this is the front. They're facing that way. The first movement is this. At the command right face, and I'll probably have to cut out of this and rearrange them all because I can't do them all simultaneously, but at the command right face, everybody turns to the right without doubling. And I'm going to cut this and come back when all the chips are facing to the right. Okay. So, everybody has now done a left face without doubling. So everybody's facing that direction. The second movement is the second rank, and this is the second rank, will all take a side step to the right. And the critical thing here is that when you do the side step, second rank, make sure that step is big enough to make a gap. When you move, this should be a gap here for the 2s to move into. So, first movement at right face. Everybody turns to the right without doubling. The second movement is the second rank side steps. One whole step. Don't take a nitty-bitty side step. Take a whole step. Any gaps can be made up once everybody is in position. Alright, so even the 2s at the 1 that don't have a 2 behind them, even they move. First sergeants will stay where they are. So now, second rank has sidestepped once. One step, leaving a gap big enough here for this 2 to get into. That's the critical thing when you move a side step. Make sure it's a big step. Most people seem to take a nitty-bitty side step. Take a generous big side step. Third movement, 2s now will move up. Actually, Casey considers this as the right face. And if you think about it, if you just had one rank to go into right face, the 2s would move to the right of the 1s. In each rank, 2s move to the right of the 1s. Of course, this is all done simultaneously, very smart and military-like. Which is why I think Casey did it this way, so that everything was done in unison and everything looked sharp and military and crisp. Alright, now everybody's in the column of 4, facing to the right. Even these 1s are where they were, so the 1s really stay where they are once they move to the right. The other important thing is do not close these gaps. Leave these gaps here. Do not move up. Keep the gaps here. Why? Because if you have to go back into front, then the 2s have a gap to go back into. Next I'll show you how to go into front when the command front is given. It's actually just a reverse process, all done in unison, very crisp and military-like. Okay, we're back. Now, to go back into front, it's the same procedure. Consider this rank 1 and this rank 2. So the first thing is that the 2s, maintaining, they just basically go back in. Everybody is still facing to the right. This is all done simultaneously. Unfortunately, I can't move them all at once. So the twos move back. Just like that. Everybody's facing to the right. And then once everybody is now facing to the right and the twos are back into their position, then you take a side step. I could do this all at once. Everybody takes that side step to the left now to close up that gap. Everybody's still facing to the right. Once everybody has done that, then everybody does a left face to front position. All at the same time. So the important thing in all these movements is to do everything in unison. Wish I had some mechanism here to turn these all simultaneously. Alright, so to recap, to go from column of fours to front, everybody still maintains the direction that they were facing to the right. Then twos move back in behind the ones, still facing to the right, and then the second rank takes a side step to the left back into their original position. And then once that's done, everybody all at once in unison faces to the left and back into two ranks. Very simple, very elegant, very crisp. With a little bit of practice, it should only take a matter of seconds, 1 or 2 seconds to do the whole thing. 2 seconds maybe. And all in unison. Now a left face is done similarly, but to the left. So the same thing here would be for a left face. Everybody at the command left face, everybody faces to the left in that direction. And then the second rank side steps to the left, a whole pace with enough room to make a gap here. So then they'll be so the second rank is moved back and they'll be here. And then the ones move up. And then to go back into front, it's the same thing. The ones will go back in, but they'll still be facing this direction. And then the second rank will take a step to the right, side step, and close the gap. And then everybody in unison will make a left face into line. Very simple. And hopefully all this can be done with a little bit of practice. You can do it without having to say, give me some room, elbow in, twos push in, There'll be quiet in the ranks, and everything will look very military. Hope that cleared it up.